Welcome again to another video. So in my last video I'd mentioned that I changed the motor on the pit bike. So this is the new motor, and this is a 1P53 FMI motor. It's a 1 down 3 up. Now this motor originally came out of a moped, so I had to do some work to it. I ported the head so it had, better flow. I put a much better cast piston in it than the one that was in it when I got it. Since I had the cylinder head off, it's pretty easy to get the cylinder and put a piston in. Since they're only 13 bucks, I decided just buy one that was much higher quality than the one that was in it. And so I did that, and so far everything's working good. I'm running the original carburetor that came with this bike, that was on the original motor. So I did do a little bit of work to the motor's transmission. There is a large problem with these 1 down 3 up motors, and that's the shifter drum will vibrate and it causes it to pop out of either first or second gear. So what I did is, there's a O-ring on this side of the shifter drum under this cover. So you pull this cover off, and then there'll be a little rubber plug. You take that out, and then there's a bolt. It'll either be like a number 8 or an Allen. You just take that bolt out, you get an O-ring, put some oil around it, put it on there, and then bolt it down. Just make sure the O-ring is the same diameter as the circle area you're putting it in for the drum. That just prevents the drum from vibrating. Now you don't need to torque it down real tight, just snug it up. Hasn't backed out on me. You could put some Loctite on the bolt if you wanted, but for me that cover is going to prevent, the rubber cover that goes over the bolt there will prevent that bolt from getting lost if it does start to back out. And you'll also fill it in the shifter if it starts to get loose. The shifter will start to fill extremely easy, whereas with that O-ring on it, it's a little more firm. And that's dealt with all the transmission problems that this motor's had. So a little tip for anybody who wants to get a 1 down 3 up motor: just put an O-ring behind the drum bolt there and should be good. So yeah, that's an update on the bike. The new motor was kind of just a placeholder while I got the old motor fixed. The old motor, is a little more powerful than this one. It has a lot more top end. This one's got a lot of low end grunt, but it kind of weakens out in the top end. It just doesn't make as much power up high, but that's okay. It's still pretty fun, and I got an extra motor now that I didn't have before, so get a lot of hours out of it. So yeah, that's an update on the bike. I do plan on changing the rear tire. I know many people have put the Duro tires on it. I'm gonna run that, and I'll let you guys know how that works out. I also bought a new front rim for the bike. It's a Tusk Impact. I'm hoping to do a video on that. This rim is just all bent up out of shape. My plan is to just replace the rim when I do the front tire. Get it all done at once rather than, taking a used tire off and putting it on a new rim. I really don't want to do that, so I'll do all that at once. One last thing on the motor. As you can see, I'm running the oil cooler as before. It just, uses a different plate than the other motor. So, but yeah, everything's going good with the bike so far, other than that transmission problem I had. I got another video that I'm working on that I think you guys will enjoy. It's about my brother's DT175. That video is just gonna be all the little bits and segments. I'm just gonna put them all together in one video for you, and I think you guys will enjoy it. All right, so stick around, and please like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions.